Whoops, I forgot to add myself. What a fucking prick. Right, yeah. This is impromptu, like fucking Burnley Man United stream. Man United just scored. We're just going on with it. So get in the chat. Let's have a chat about this. If anybody wants to come on, just let me know. And I will add you to the stream. Where is the stream? Because I didn't put anything on it. So I don't know how to actually add anybody to the stream. Yeah, that's how you do it. There you go. So if you want to come on, you can come on. How you doing, Jimmy? Yo! You alright, buddy? It's just an impromptu off the cuff. So it's 1-0 to Man United. Fernandez with a goal. And then we're just going to see how this shit goes on. That's how we do it. That's how we do it in the Yeti land. Battle of the shambolic midfielders. I haven't been watching so far, but I can almost guarantee that Scott McTominay and Josh McCollum have both been dreadful. Yeah, probably right there, mate. How's everyone doing? Are we all good? Are we all good in the hood? Oh, actually, you know one thing I forgot to do? Wait a minute, let me get on YouTube. There's one thing I forgot to do, which is to unban, and I can't remember how I did it in the first place. I banned somebody, and I can't remember how to fucking undo it. We will undo it. We will persevere. There you go. I've done it. There you go. Right, okay. So how is everybody doing out there in listener land? Did I see it right earlier? Rodri actually got sent off. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. He tried to take Morgan Gibbs White's neck, which didn't work out for him. So he got sent off. Do I think it's right? Maybe not. But do I care? No. Because it's against us. Never thought the English referees would give that bastard a proper punishment. Yep, well, they did. Anthony Taylor, mate, it's your ref. It's your referee, man. Although we still couldn't manage to actually get anything from it, but, you know, shit happens. I absolutely cannot stand Rodri. Yeah, I mean, you know, he's a good player. Did some good passes, to be fair, but you know, you can't be grabbing people around the neck, and that's what he did. So, you know, that's it. I'm all for showing aggression, but I cannot deal with Rodri. See, me personally, if I was a footballer, I mean, I'd probably be sent off in the first 3 minutes, to be fair. I wouldn't stand a chance, but big up everybody who's here. Anybody who wants to come on can. I don't mind. You know, if you've got the time and you want to come on, come on. Let's do this. Let's fucking do this. So I'll drop that stream in there. And I will drop that stream in there. And should I do it for... Where is he? Should I? I don't know. Should I do this? Fuck it. Fuck it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's fucking do it. Let's do it. Right, okay, so he's a good player, but if the game was fair, he'd only be available for 1/3 of City's games each season. Well, if the game was fair, most of the players would, to be fair. Firmino again. There's a reason I got sent off on Thursday. When my team played our Sunday League, I'd be the exact same, getting yellows and reds all the time. Why is your players that's playing Sunday League playing on Thursday? That makes no sense. Still feeling sick from last week, Yeti. Feeling better, but I'm still sick. We'll hop on that another time. Yeah, 100%, man. Hop on whenever you want to. It's all good. It's only like an impromptu stream anyway. I just decided to do it. So, if you want to hop on, you can. If you don't, then don't. That's the way it works. The other team weren't able to play on Sunday, so I had to reschedule. All right, that makes sense. I just don't understand why Sunday League plays on Thursday, but that's fair. I'll take that as a win. Right, so we got Man United, Burnley, and Man United are 1-0 up from Fernandez, or whatever his name is. So we're all good. We're all good, man. We're all good. How's everybody doing in the chat? Everybody good? I'm good. I'm definitely good. Yeah, neither do I, but I got a red one. That's one of the main things. Here's the wolf. How you doing, buddy?
What's going on, brother? You doing
How's it
good?
going, my dude? You alright?
Sore, man. The painkillers are wearing off and my arm's starting to kill, so I might not be on here long. In a minute, I might
no
be on
worries,
my
man.
bed, bro. It's literally like my arm is thicked because where all the nerves and stuff are waking up, it's just mad. Oh, what are you doing? Watching the Man United game?
Mate, to be honest, where you're not going to be on long, that's no problem because I can only stand you for so long anyway.
I didn't even know you were doing a stream now.
Yeah, it's a total impromptu stream. Do you want to come on, Jez? I think I've sent you the link, mate. If you want to come on, smash the likes up and sub. Yeah, sub if you're new. If you're not, then don't. Well, you can't sub if you're not new anyway, so that makes absolutely no sense. But all YouTubers say it, so maybe I need to say it as well. I don't know. It makes no sense to me. Fernandez, good player, but no idea how he's captain. Shows no spine at all, and he doesn't turn up when it really matters. Yeah, I don't understand how Fernando's captain. I mean, what the fuck has happened with captains? You know?
Yeah. Is this still
who's your captain? Who's your captain? It's Chelsea.
At the moment, it's Reece James, but he's hardly ever fit. So it's
he is. Yeah, he is captain material, to be fair, so you can understand that.
I'm telling you right now, I'm sitting here right now and I'm looking at your face and I hate you for taking Callum Hudson-Odoi off because he scored that beautiful shot against me the other day and I'm thinking he could have done that for us against Bournemouth.
I don't mind that because I just thought you were saying you ate my face. So, the fact that you actually went on something else.
No. I'm talking about I hated you because you took Callum Hudson-Odoi. I didn't say I hated your face. I love Yeti's face. How can you not love that face? Come
Yeah,
on.
exactly. You know, how can you not love this face and this hair? I mean, and these headphones. You know, it's this that makes the difference. You know, having these big fucking black things fucking on the side of my head. Oh shit!
It's only
No,
headphones.
fucking
So it's only
Casemiro or Alessandro Martinez should be captain for Man United. Absolutely, 100%. Thiago Silva for Chelsea captain. Yeah, he's a bit old now, but I'd still give it him.
Definitely. I'll go with that.
To be honest, with captain, it don't matter who's captain. They're shit, so they can't actually do anything. That's why we beat them. I mean, they get beat by us at their own ground, so you know they're fucked, aren't they? Really.
Yeah, I see the enemies. He invited me here so he could pick on me, man. And he knows I can't say anything because he beat us as well. And I'm not being funny. We got like 12 guys out injured. People say to me, "What's Chelsea's form like?" I said, "It's like the past. It is gone."
Yeah, but I mean, at the same point, we've got the same argument, haven't we? What we've got the past with the European Championships and all that kind of stuff. So we ain't got much more than that, to be fair.
Man, your team's gonna go on the up and up, man. Just think about
it.
Yeah,
100%.
All the big games and that. I think, other than maybe Liverpool away, you've got all the bigger ones out of the way now, haven't you? You've done Chelsea, you've done Arsenal, you've done Man United, you've done City. Think about that, man. Later on in the season, when everyone's scrapping it out, like near the back end of the season, and everyone's still got these hard fixtures to go, you guys are laughing, man. Because at least if you got to play these guys again, at least you're going to play them at home. You know what I mean? And I'm pretty certain if we're anything like that we are now, when we go to the City ground, I'm pretty sure we're going to get smacked. So I'm already bricking it. I'm already bricking it.
Can you tone your microphone down a little bit because it's major loud, mate?
Yeah.
He thoughts on Ariata refusing to terminate his Forest contract. He's a fucking wanker, mate. But he's a wanker who's got an idea that's working for him. So I understand it. It's us that gave him the contract. It's not down to him. It's down to us. And it's fucking ridiculous. I'd like him to bring in a thing where, you know, when you've got a player who's trying to live on a contract, you can just fucking walk out to the Trent and chuck him in it and let him drown. Little bitch. But, you know, it is what it is. And we put him on the contract and he's just living it up. Why wouldn't he? Why would nobody ever do that? Chelsea are in for back 12th place, finishes the way you are going.
I'm going to say to you, Jamina. That's what I'm going to say.
I actually do think. I mean, people might think I'm mad by this, but I actually do think that Chelsea will get it together eventually. I like Pochettino. I like him as a manager, and I think he will actually get something sorted eventually. Just my only problem with you guys is you don't have a 9. You don't have a killer instinct up front. That's your main problem. The club has to take some form of responsibility for giving him a contract. Nothing worth that much money and that space of time. Not Arteta's fault, in my opinion. I don't blame him. Yeah, I'm exactly the same. I agree with you totally. I think what should happen. I mean, fucking Marianakis used to be like a big gangster and stuff. And I think he needs to cut off an horse's head and leave it on his pillar and tell him to fuck off. That's what he needs to do. But whether he'll do that, I don't know. It's the big man, it's Jazzy. How you doing, buddy?
What's popping?
Evening.
How's it going, man?
How are you, sir?
All good, man. All good. Yeah. just thought I'd pop in for a quick little chat.
No worries, man. Anytime.
Just waiting for the wife to come home, and then have the Chinese I've ordered. So there we go. That's it.
Do you think you're gonna win tomorrow?
Oh, big question, man. Well, yeah. Crikey.
Are you worried? Are you worried in a little bit? Are you? You've got a little bit of a worry.
Yeah. I'm always worried about North London derbies. They're huge. I was on a stream earlier with a nice chap. Step Up Spurs, nice guy. And we had a great chat for about an hour and a half. And yeah, no, I'm one of these people. I can never predict it. I know there's a lot of fans out there. There's a lot of people on YouTube saying we're going to smash Tottenham. Da 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 da.
Never that simple.
Nah, don't work like that.
Derbies are derbies, man. Yeah. Whoever comes with the right mentality will win the game.
Yeah. I'm not making any predictions on what's going to happen because on the day, it's on the day. That 90 minutes is what it's all about. So it all depends on what Arteta does, and it all depends on what Postecoglou, what his maiden name is, does. So
Postecoglou.
Yes, whatever his name is. So yeah, it's 90 minutes of absolute nervousness for me. But I'm looking forward to it, guys. I'm looking forward to it.
The thing is, like, when you got derbies, I mean, like, when we used to play our old derby team, now in, like, the car boot sale of leagues. But, you know, we used to play them all the time and stuff like that. The tension between it is always, like, you know, you don't want to call it because it's like anything can happen. So it's like, you know, you can think like Arsenal, everybody look at it like Arsenal's definitely going to win it because they're the better team. But other than the Champions League, you've not really shown anything. So, and to me, Tottenham are showing something. And I think if Tottenham play Arsenal, the team, instead of Emirates, the ground, then I think they can win on Sunday.
I'd go along with you on that one. If Arteta comes along with his nonsense that he's done against Palace, Forest, and the other games, then we're in trouble, man. I mean, they've got a very good midfield. Bissouma, Maddison. It's going to cause us trouble. And, I mean, I did on that chap's show earlier today. We did a combined 11 jobby of Arsenal Spurs, and he was surprised that I actually had 6 Spurs players and 5 Arsenal. But I was like, well, I'm being honest in what it's about, and I think your midfield can cause some serious trouble. And, you know, you have to say it as it is. There's no point in being false about it. Yeah, I've seen people today, Arsenal YouTubers, giving it all a big one, and no. It's all going to be down 2:30 tomorrow afternoon of who's got the best setup and got the best tactics. I mean, I think I think that Arsenal and Spurs are about the same level in where we are at the moment. And I think it's this. If you asked me this question this time last season, right, I'd have said Arsenal all day long. At this point in time, I don't know.
I think personally that Spurs have got something with their first 11, but they've got nothing after that. If any of them, get injured or taken out. I mean, if Kulusevski gets taken out, you've got Brennan Johnson. But other than that, they haven't got anything. There's nothing behind them at all. So it comes down to if Richarlison can score. I'm gonna go out there. Nah, right. I think you're gonna lose tomorrow.
I don't think Richarlison will start, to be honest. Be fair.
They won't start without the pigeon. The bread's already set.
Yeah, okay.
Who do you think could start instead of Richarlison? Because they ain't got anybody.
Well, yeah. Hang on. They've got obviously Song for starters, and the other fella whose name I can't remember now. But that'll be their front two for certain. What was his name? Kulusevski or whatever his name is.
Yeah, Kulusevski.
They'll be their front two, and unless Arsenal. I mean, if we go in with a stupid nonsense setup, I know what it'll be. It'll be White, Saliba, Gabriel, Zinchenko. We all know that. Zinchenko will disappear into the midfield. We'll be exposed down on the left flank, and that's where they'll catch us. And if I can see it, you can see it. Wolfgang can see it. Then let's get it right. Tottenham can see it. So that's where we'll be exposed, man.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is, you've got Rice, you've got who else is going to play? I mean, we don't know. Are they going to play Havertz? Because if they play Havertz after that game against PSV, then, I'm done. I'm done with Arsenal because you're just a fucking. You're on mic. You're on mic. I mean, you're on mute, Wolf.
Yeah. I'm gonna throw a domino out here because I was just talking to someone. I'm actually gonna reckon Kai Havertz, this might be the game he steps up, and I'll give you that logic why. It's because Spurs will push up on Arsenal, and that will leave space in behind them. And it's one of the few games I think he can actually have an impact. I'm a little bit disappointed he didn't have the impact he should have done in the Champions League game the other day, but you saw a bit of what he can offer. Like I said to Kenny, yes, he needs space. If you can get him into space, he can be dangerous.
He needs space staying at home in his backyard. That's where he needs space. Well, I mean, I'm sorry, but you've just totally fucking deluded me with thinking that Havertz is going to have something in this game. You've watched him for Chelsea for 3 years.
That's why I said it.
He's had nothing.
He scored in 2 finals.
Yeah, but 2 finals. This ain't a final. This is a league game.
True, but you still got. Well, as I said, man, like he's one of those kind of guys. Is the more people like slam him, the less attention they pay to him. He's one of those guys that he can hurt you because people will forget about him. Ignorance can be a weapon if used properly.
So if people slam me, then I'm gonna score.
Well, do you play ball?
Well, no.
Well, all right. Then you can't use that logic. You can't use that logic. There you go. No, but I hear what you're saying because obviously he looked a bit of a passenger in that Champions League game.
Shit, you was happy to get rid of him for 65 million.
Yes, but the same. We spent 73. We got 65 back. I don't know how we did that.
Big old BBB, David.
Cheers, I really don't know that, man. I really don't know, but it's one of those games where he can. If you
thought he was that good, you would have fucking kept him.
I never said he was that good. I said he could be useful. This is how he could be useful. I'm not trying
to. He
could
probably be useful as a fucking bagman.
I think I speak with a bit of balance when I say you can slate the guy sometimes. There's constructive criticism, and then there's just gunning for the guy all the time. Like, how do you get him out of this mess? Like, because I've got that sort of like the coach appreciation for it as well. Because I used to help coach kids.
What do you see as a coach then?
Well, the thing is, right? Because I was used to coach under 15, so when you see a kid with that sort of ability, because he can
He looks about 12. To be fair.
He does look young, doesn't he? He looks dopey. But if the thing is, he does fight. Okay, this may sound stupid, but even though he does miss chances, getting into the right place at the right time is a skill in its own. If you know what I mean.
Do that.
Yes, he does, because he misses chances.
Does he?
And yes, he does.
Fair play.
I'm pretty sure Des has watched him miss once or twice by now.
Yeah, he does
like
miss
from 3 or 4 yards.
3 yards. Yeah.
Look, if the couple of
but what's the point being there if you're not going to do something when you're there?
I get that. Yeah, that's player potential. That's the difference between a 12-year-old and a 24-year-old. But the thing is, like, if you're Arsenal, you have him. So what use is he going to be now that he's here? Because obviously you're going to play him at some point. You know?
Can you ask Jess that, because he don't know?
All right,
go on, Jess. What point is he being there?
Nothing.
Go on, Jess. Give it us.
Nothing. I mean, at the end of the day, I've said this when he first came here. I said, yeah, I hope we can find the player in him that he is, right? But
looking for the Holy Grail, nobody ever found it.
We've seen this, guys, haven't we? We've seen it in all levels, right? The fact is that some players are great in their home leagues, in the German league, yeah. Some players are great in the French league, and some players are great in the Spanish, Italians leagues, whatever. When it comes to the Premier League, it's a different level. It's faster, it's more physical, and I think this guy's just so lacking in confidence since he joined from Bayer Leverkusen to Chelsea. Why we spent 65 million, God only knows. I don't get it. And I just hope that Arteta has it in him to find that player. And I do. I really mean that. I do. I really do hope.
I think that's the point, though, isn't it? 65 million. I think that's the point that really sticks in everybody's core.
When you look at Maddison,
you pay 65 million for this guy. That's the thing that's annoying more than anything. It's not the fact that he's not that good, or not that good. I'll be honest, I don't fucking see why he does. I really don't.
That's what stings. The money is how much they pay.
It's 65 million.
I know. Even I was surprised. I was just like 65.
We get Callum Hudson-Odoi for
3.5. Yeah, I know.
No, it's just ridiculous.
I know.
Just go on to Jaminho's question for Jez. What would your lineup be? For me, it's Raya, it's White, Saliba, Gabriel, Tomiyasu, Rice, Jorginho, Odegaard, Saka, Trossard, Jesus. Yeah, I agree with that. What do you think, Jez?
Well, I think Jaminho watched me on the show I did earlier, because that's exactly the team I picked. Exactly my pick. Yeah, I'll go with that all day long. I wouldn't start Havertz. No way. No way. I don't want to have Zinchenko at left back going inverted. The fact we have to look at what in that PSV game, who were a pretty poor team. We have to agree with that. They came at Arsenal to attack Arsenal at the Emirates. That is a mistake. Excuse me. But there was times when Zinchenko was on the right wing. Why is a left back on the right wing? And that, if this happens tomorrow, which it will, because he'll start Zinchenko in left back, right? And we'll then be exposed, because when we look at the game we played against Everton, right, we had the fact that when Zinchenko was there playing at left back, when he was there, we had Declan Rice, or at times, what's his name?
Partey?
Trossard coming back to defend in that position. That's nonsensical, man. Nonsensical. And the fact we've lost Martinelli, he won't be there tomorrow. So we've lost that impetus on the left wing. So Arteta needs to get this mixed up big and quick, because if he does this and exposes this left flank, right, with Maddison there and Bissouma, we could be in big trouble. Big.
I think personally you rely on too many players. And if those players don't perform, then Arsenal don't perform. So I think you've got it wrong in that respect.
Well,
we haven't.
We've been saying for 2 years. Yeti, we've been saying this for 2 bloody years. We don't have depth. We don't have the depth, and that is what is going to cost us.
Why? I don't get that. Why have you not done that? Because you're not going to reach City standards if you don't get that depth thing. If you don't get that depth thing, I mean, we've got that depth thing, but we're still on the progress ladder. Yeah? I mean, Chelsea's got that depth thing fucking, million times over. But
when
they're
not
shy.
injured, yeah. It's just when they're not injured, yeah.
But you got no strikers. Who was your main striker this season?
Well, at the moment, it's
before he got injured.
Well, no, it's always been Jackson, because we got Broha we can play there as well, but he's
not a striker though, is he? Jackson.
He's a forward. He's what you'd call a forward. He will float around, but he's not.
But he doesn't have that killer instinct. You've seen it so many times when you watch the game.
We've had a lot of strikers no killer instinct. Look at Morata.
Do you know what I mean? He doesn't have that Drogba instinct where he sees something happening and then goes into that space to make sure it happens.
And Diego Costa as well. He's that bullying defenses. No, we ain't got that kind of guy anymore. Even though Giroud did it all right, he did a decent job for that, because he was great in the Champions League for us. And in Europe, I hate to mention this, but Baku, who was fantastic. Sorry, Arsenal fans. I don't mean to.
Hey, Flicked, welcome to the channel.
Don't mean to be rude about bringing up Baku, but Giroud was fantastic in that final, because he scored one and set up two, I think, didn't he? Or set up one.
You've had some quality nines. You've had some quality strikers.
So have Arsenal.
Situations. Yeah, same as Arsenal as well. And Arsenal ain't got it now either.
I tell you
whether
what.
you use Jesus or whether you... I mean, I've heard today, I don't know whether it's real, but apparently something's sorted out with Tony for Arsenal. I don't know how real that is.
I heard that
Just read this out. Some games is okay to have Zinchenko because we need the extra dominance in midfield. Some of the games are made for Tierney, Tomiyasu, as they offer more defensive stability. We ain't got Tierney anymore, so you're going to have to rely on the fruit shoot Tomiyasu, I'm afraid. But Zinchenko, for me, if he puts on Brennan Johnson and Zinchenko starts jumping into midfield, Brennan Johnson is just going to blitz him. Absolute blitz him.
Tommy's got to play, man. He's more defensively minded than Zinchenko. Much more. Jez is right, man. If Spurs see that gap on the right, their right, Arsenal's left, they'll go for it, and it's one they're hoping for. It's one they're actually hoping for.
100%.
And because it's
100%.
Tactics. I just hope he doesn't get both of them inverting. Because one thing I have to say, and I've got to give this guy again credit, because Ben White's been very solid for Arsenal this year. Because sometimes he's been left out on the right on his own, and he's coped with it. Even PSV, when you watch the way they play, against Arsenal in the Champions League, they always cross the ball over to their left to try and attack Ben White, and he was just having none of it. And whenever he did get a bit overwhelmed, Saliba was just there to sweep up. Because that's the one thing that with teams, and I think Jess made a great point. With teams that come at Arsenal, particularly at home, Arsenal were very good at catching teams in the transition and breaking on them and scoring. Bit kind of like, you know what? It's almost kind of like the old school Wenger feel was in the say they could do 2 or 3 passes and be at your back line and bang in a goal. Because that's one thing I have to say I miss about Wenger ball, especially in its heyday. Because that was one thing that was unique about Arsenal back in the day. like, okay, you get the Barca tick attacker, but for me, like, the direct cutting team back in the day were Arsenal, because it was just like one pass out of defense into midfield, another pass into like the attacking wide bit, and it's another pass into your goal, and that's it. It was in 3-4 passes, you were screwed, and it all happened about 15 seconds. Because Henry, whether it be Perez, Henry, or Lundberg, it was just one of the three. They'd be off down the pitch, and there'd be someone there to support, and all of a sudden you'll see that ball go rolling across your 18-yard line, and it's just like, yep, someone's gonna whack it. Yeah, it's Perez, or it's Vieira, or it's Wiltord. I've got to love Sylvain Wiltord, one of the most underrated Arsenal players in my book. The way that guy he was like the Arsenal Larson, man. The way that guy would just spring off the bench and help. He was I loved Sylvain Wiltord. He was a good player, man. I really appreciate him. And Overmars. Big shout out to Mark. Lightning quick.
I mean, it's down to what we've got today. And Spurs have got like Bissouma, who's playing out his skin. I mean, I think we all knew that Bissouma was going to be something if he actually got a chance. Papasaur as well, who's really fucking playing out of his skin. It's gonna be an interesting one with Madison as well. Madison's really fit into that team, you know. So Kulusevski. I think personally, as a outside fan, I think Arsenal are totally undergraded them. What do you think, Jez? Because I think that's exactly what you're doing.
Oh, totally. Yeah, absolutely, man. Absolutely. Totally agree with you. It's going to be a hard day tomorrow. It's going to be a tough. I'm not sitting here talking to you guys thinking, yeah, fuck me, this is going to be easy. No, it ain't. It's going to be a tough call. And I'm sorry that certain tubers today have been giving it all the big one about it's going to be 5-0, 5-2. Well, I hope it is, but it ain't going to be.
5. Yeah, it's not. It's not in a million years. It might be 1-1.
It ain't going to be.
Or 1-0.
I
don't see it. No.
We haven't got the players in this team that have the ability that are going to knock in against them 5 goals. I just don't. I'm sorry.
Nah.
I have to sit
You're
here.
not that team anymore.
No, we're not. We're not. And I think I will honestly put it to you here. I think it will be a ball fest tomorrow. I think both.
That's what I've been thinking. That's exactly what I've been thinking. I
think they're both going to be boring, negative, because neither team wants to get caught out, and that's how I see it. And
well, at least you won't be as bad as Chelsea.
God. Yeah. Anyway, guys, I've got to bounce because the wife's home, and
no worries, man.
She's going to be starving, hungry, and everything. But it's going to be an interesting game tomorrow. That's all I'm going to say to you.
Rice will have Madison in his pocket. Rice will have Madison in his pocket.
It'd be nice if he can, but
Rice ain't got rice in his pocket.
He's one of us. He'll be all right. He won't let you down, Jez. He's one of us. He'll be all right.
Good stream, guys.
Yeah, no worries, man. Thanks for joining in. Wait, shout your channel out. Where's he gone?
Arsenal history and more. Make
sure you sub to this guy's channel. He's a top guy. He's not a racist. Not in a million years.
Yeah, I don't know what that was about, but there we go. But the fact remains, I'll be doing probably a match review. Probably not tomorrow. Probably Monday.
Yeah.
The problem is doing it tomorrow. Everybody does them, and it's just madness. But Yeti, Wolfang, legends, and have a great show, guys.
I ain't a legend, mate. I might be a Bigfoot, but I'm not a legend.
Jez, before you go, just remember we gave you Kai Havertz, but we also gave you Declan Rice.
Don't say you gave him Kai Havertz. It's not going to make him feel good.
No, but thinking about Declan Rice, Will.
Yeah, thanks for that, mate. Thanks for that. Anyway, guys, have a great show. And
big love, man. Big love, buddy.
I'll catch you later,
mate.
Take care.
Yeah,
Take care, everyone.
Bye, mate. God bless.
Look after your missus with thumb on your head. Right, okay. Wolf, you're going to have to take over because I need a piss. I'll see you in a minute.
All right. As long as you're not expecting me to hold it for you, no problem. Yeah. 4-1 to 3. Drew says 4-1 to 3-0. Jesus Christ, man. Drew's on it. Good for you, man. Go for it. Yeah, why not? What did you... BVB David says 1-1 or 2-1 to Arsenal. Spurs have started all right. Drew goes, ha, Yeti. Hang on. The recruitment is elite. The speed that Arsenal used to break was unbelievable back in the day. Yes, it was. It's Henry to Perez to Vieira back to Perez. 1-0. That's how it used to go, man. Or Henry. Yeah, this Man United Burnley game's getting a bit boring, isn't it? It's just going down to just Man United controlling it. How boring. I hope Burnley would stuff them tonight, but never mind. No early Christmas presents today. And it's out. Is that Rashford on the right, or? Even though when they win, it's boring. No, give the ball away. Damn, watching Man United's boring. Yeah, he did, Drew. He did. He used to skip, mate. My favourite Henry goal, one against Liverpool. He goes through half their team and half of them can't even keep on their feet. The way he puts Carragher on his arse was amazing. That was a hilarious goal. Top stuff.
Ooh.
Welcome back, Big Boss.
Welcome back. I don't know why I'm saying welcome back, so I'll just come back. But yeah, thanks.
All right. Good to be here. Thank you very much.
Let's have a Q&A in the chat. Let's have a Q&A in the chat. Do a Q&A. Ask us any questions you want, as long as it's not about anal and all that kind of stuff, because I don't do that kind of thing. We just used to glide across the pitch. Yeah. Yeah, I remember that. Wolf.
I'm talking about the Henry goal against Liverpool when he put Jamie Carragher on his arse.
No, I don't remember shit, mate.
And too old. And he skipped in the middle and shot. Yeah, that was a good. No, Henry. I tell you, what my favorite goal against was either the Man United one. It's got to be the chip and the shot. Do you remember that one, Yeti? When he was at Highbury, he's got. I can't remember who he's got behind him. But I'm
too old to remember anything.
He just flicks it up and he volleys it, man. It's just that was just outrageously skillful, man. And he just walked.
I would have seen it. But I don't remember it.
All right, well, maybe I'll give you a highlight reel or something. But yeah, but you know that classic Henry celebration, innit? He pulled that smuggy French. No. I can do better. I'm gonna get the hat-trick. I'm gonna score another goal. I can do better. And though I've got French family, so I'm not being horrible. As well, I got a lovely niece. And
let's move on to Chelsea against Aston Villa tomorrow.
Oh, please.
How do you think that's gonna go?
You know what? Yeah, when we get our team back, I'll be a lot more confident. The fact we've got Conor Gallagher in the midfield and we're still toothless up front, man. We got no bite, and then that Nkunku injury hurt us bad because he was like in pre-season, he was the one knitting everything together and making everything work. And since he went out, and it was just like it couldn't have been any more like anal if you tried. It was right in the beginning of the season, and like the attack it's just not looked right. Mudryk, jury's out on that guy, man. I have to see if that guy can just grow in confidence or something, because I know not all players settle in straight away, and I know what that takes when it's more than it. Because I know patience is not a great virtue among fans nowadays, but I remember when we gave Branislav Ivanovic. When we first signed that guy, we gave him 6 months to settle. We let him train, get back up to scratch, and then when he haven't, then you could argue we got one of the best right backs in the Premier League after that. So,
you know, the thing is with Mudryk, right? Is you can look at a player and you can see certain promise with him and all this, that, and the other. I just don't see it with Mudryk. I don't see it with him at all. I see that somebody's just like building the minutes and then just going on from that. That's all I see from Mudryk. I don't see him doing anything special. I don't also with the way that you're playing. To me, Mudryk needs to be on the last defender and then put a ball over the top, and then he's got the pace to actually beat that defender.
Play off the shoulder.
I don't see anything. I don't honestly do not see anything from Mudryk since he's signed. Nothing.
I prefer Madueke, if I'm honest, on the right. Because I don't mind having Sterling on the left and playing Madueke on the right, because at least he beats his man and tries to make things happen. So,
yeah.
Oh, hang on. Oh, Burnley was equalised. Oh, no, I didn't. All right. When Henry's free. Oh.
I just don't see anything that would make me think, oh man, I would, really be totally into him as a player.
No, well, the thing is, we signed him like we were saying about Kai Havertz a minute ago. He's a sort of the opposite, isn't he? Like, he's just our version. You bought a guy for like 60, 70 odd mil, and like he does fuck all. And the thing is, it's worse than what it is with Kai Havertz, because he's been with us half a season longer as well. So it's like, okay, you're about a year down the line, and what do you? Well, not a year, but it's coming down that, and it's just like, okay, what do you do? Like, maybe, but the thing is, the whole team's disjointed, so I can't really blame him for that. So it's just like,
do you think Pochettino will get sorted out eventually?
Yeah, man, he will, man. Even if we're not well beaters, he'll get us to a standard. Even if we're not well beaters, but the thing is, that takes time, and we've got so many players injured, man. At least 5 of our first teamers are out. So, because if I said, okay, Fofana's supposed to be a first teamer, Reece James is supposed to be a first teamer, Batshuayi is supposed to be a first teamer, and Kuku is definitely our first teamer. Cancedo's coming back as well.
Reece James is a major miss. He's a major miss.
Here's our Mon Capitan, man. We're looking for him to be our Stuart Pearce on the right, bro. That's why we're looking to take this. Because obviously, Poch likes wingers or wing backs or whatever and get forward and get involved in play. He likes that high energy game. And then,
all you've got at the minute is Sterling running down the right and actually trying to cause issues and stuff like that. But the problem with Sterling, as I've always said with Sterling, is he just runs into a dead end. I mean, I can totally call it by when we played against you. And Sterling, it was like Jackson was in the middle. He wasn't in the right position. But Sterling just takes a shot against 3 of our players in the defence. That is stupid.
It was. Oh, just a quick shout out, Drew. If that's the one against us, I think you're talking about that free kick. Is that the one you're talking about, Chelsea? I'm not trying to bite it, but I'm not sure. The one when he looked at the ref and asked if that was okay. Was that the long shot, or was that the one when he done that against us at Highbury? Can you, if Drew's still there, can you answer that little question for me? Because you'll read his next comment. You'll like that one. Fat Piercy.
Oh, 100% a proper left back. He's not just a left back, just a destroyer. I mean, the first game I saw with Pierce was he fucking went in there and he tackled somebody, and you just heard the break. He just broke the guy's leg.
You heard the snap.
Fucking amazing, mate. Absolutely. I mean, I know that's kind of weird for me to enjoy somebody breaking their leg, But
I used to love a crunch
it
tackle.
just-
Me,
I
I'm all
love
for
him,
that.
man.
I love the
I
crunch tackle.
loved him.
Go.
Mate, Stuart Pearce was different class.
Right, and 17 goals from left back, folks, and
Yeah,
and
exactly.
free kicks.
Do you remember when he took that free kick and knocked Branco out for Brazil? Fucking knocked him out.
That was like
Mm.
he was like the English Roberto Carlos, actually, if I can compare it to any, but better defensively, more complete.
Oh, he was quality,
more complete.
absolute quality. I like going back to like the old days with Brian Clough. I mean, Pearce used to sort of get up on his high heels and sort of think he was this, that, and the other. And Brian Clough just used to bring him down. Get down here, mate. You're down here. You're not the fucking main man here. I love that. Fucking love that.
Well, you know what I find was sick about Clough, and this is one thing about that it was quite stunning to everyone at the time, right? And this is this is how you know Clough was a G. He took a striker from Birmingham City who was considered an absolute pain in the ass. No one wanted him. And Mr. Kenny Burns, and he took him to Nottingham Forest and said, "Oh, when's Kenny going to play up front? No. He's going in the back."
I think you're a closet Forest fan, aren't you, really?
Look, I'm a football history fan. I can tell you many things about history that'll surprise you. Like, I'll give you an example.
Yeah, but I mean, it's not about what statues was built. It's about, like, what they did on the pitch.
Exactly. That's exactly why I give that a shout out, man. Because Cloughie, he was the best man. Because you said about earlier to me.
See, the thing is, the one thing that winds me up the most, it's like anybody talks about top managers in this country.
They don't mention
nobody mentions.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know.
It fucking winds me up so much.
If people think what Leicester did was a fucking miracle, then I'm not being funny. Pretty much what Forest did was lock, stock, two smoking barrels and snatch all into one, really.
Exactly. Yeah, 100%. I mean, fucking hell.
Yeah,
we won a World European Cup. We was nothing.
We
won a European Cup.
You know what it is? It's because it's Forest. And the thing is, right, and one thing I will say, yeah, what kind of plays against you, and I don't mean to mention this on a Forest stream, and any other Forest fans forgive me, it's because what he did at Derby as well. So, you know what I mean? What he's done at Derby's kind of slightly forgotten.
Derby could have had what we had. If it wasn't down to their chairman getting pissed off with him becoming a major personality on the TV and all this, that, and the other, and he got jealous of it, then Derby could have had what we had.
That's the argument, isn't it? Because he said he used to tell me not to go on TV, but before the club was famous, he used to give me his car to get down there. That's a direct quote from Brian Clough, by the way.
And like you said earlier, make a mention for fucking Peter Taylor as well, because they had to have the two.
Well, that was the golden era of Forest, really. Because let me put, if anyone's interested, let me just quickly put this into context, right? What
Taylor could notice the quality, and he could notice the players that Clough needed.
Yeah, he knew exactly where the gaps in the team were to be filled, and when that's what he did when they went. And the thing is, he brought a team up from the second division. Everybody, not the first. He wasn't in the first division like most of these managers are now. When they get to a Premier League team, he had to come up from the league below to compete at the highest level.
Yeah,
and he took a lot of players like Roy Mackay, Dave Mackay. He had to bring guys like that in, like from like, people like obviously John McGovern. John McGovern.
Yeah.
Oh, what a player.
Yeah, what John McGovern.
The original English deep line playmaker before Michael Carrick. Because he used to just collect the ball, take it, carry it.
Well, we never had them bollocks like deep midfield playmakers.
I know, but
it's just like midfielder. I mean, it's just like, we just had players that he had them. He got them into the mentality of playing and wanting to win, and that's why they won.
You know why I rate John McGovern, right? This is how ballsy this guy was, right? When Cloughie, and I know quite a bit about John McGovern as well. When Cloughie took him to Leeds, and it was after Clough left, right? So after Clough left, John McGovern's there by himself. He's the remnants of a hated rival manager, and he's getting cussed out by the fans all the time. Before he left, the guy went actually into their fan supporters club, sat in there, had a half pint in there before he left, and no one said shit to him. They threw a couple of people threw stuff at him, but no one said shit to them. Went up to him and said shit to him, and he said, "I walked out of there. No one said nothing to me. I faced them. If they had anything to say, they could have said it." And I went back to my wife, and I went back to my wife in my car, and my wife was absolutely freaking out. But I said, "No, I'm not going to run. I faced them. You can't say nothing to me." And like, look what happened to him. And he said, like, my career from then went on to speak for itself. So
well, I mean, that's players from back then, isn't it? That's players how they was. I mean, you look at them now. You look at them now. They ain't got no fucking bottle. As soon as they have a great career, then all of a sudden a career goes downhill. So they start doing interviews talking about mental health and all this kind of stuff. That never used to be a thing back in the day. Nobody ever used to do that back in the day. They just got on with it.
Yeah, I know.
Bollocks, mate. Bollocks.
I know. It's just how football's changed. You know what it is, yeah? Because football is no longer about the sport and it's become more about the franchise. The passion in the game isn't there anymore. Like you and Jez were saying earlier when we mentioned about the fact no one grabs anyone by the scruff of their neck anymore. It's because they're too worried about being nicey nice. If you went up to Tony Adams or a Roy Keane or a Stuart Pearce or a John Terry and said, "Be nicey nice," they would have told you to go fuck off. It's my team. We're gonna win this game, and I'm not interested in being nicey nice.
Exactly, they weren't about that kind of bollocks. They weren't about fucking be nice here. Just did what they did, and they went flying in, and they did what they did, and fair play.
The football's trying to carry that MMA level of like when MMA fighters respect each other after a fight. That sort of respect can be real, but when a football team does it, it's just like it's just PR, man. It's just good relations and all that rubbish. Like, how many times have you heard things like that recently? Good relations, this, and we had like good negotiations and goodwill. And all that kind of shit.
Fucking hell, that drives me up the wall.
Back when me and Yeti were growing up, fuck them, charge them double. I don't care. Like, it's them. It's United or it was Arsenal.
You don't want to play with my club. Fuck off.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
you know what I mean? 100%. That's the way it was. It's like you talk MMA and UFC and all this that and the other. I'm major into that.
Yeah, exactly.
I love that kind of thing. It's not. I mean, I've gone off boxing because it's just boring. Because they all fucking talk shit and then start hugging each other for 12 rounds.
Yeah, all the biggest fights.
I'll be honest with that.
All the biggest fights they avoid each other anyway, man. Look at Tyson Fury. They all avoid each other. It's weird, man, boxing. Yeah. But yeah, they try and bring that shitty level of respect to it. Well, we just call it it's all the kind of bullshit we know it's wrong with football, man. I'd rather have someone come up to me and say, "You know what, I'm going to kick 10 lumps of shit at you because I'm trying to win the game," than someone that says, "Oh, hello." It's like, yeah, who are you, man? Yeah, all right.
Yeah. Exactly.
Good game, mate.
It's ridiculous, isn't it? It's ridiculous. But anyway, let's get on to how you're gonna do against Aston Villa tomorrow.
In summary, I just think I say either maybe 1-1 draw, or they might pinch it 1-0. Because Unai, he's got the know-how to shut us out. We haven't got that great a team at the moment. We're still licking our wounds, man. Maybe it's one of those ones we just have to see, like, lick our wounds for the first part of the season, and then for the second part, then we can like try and push up the table. But it's going to take time, man. Going back to what you said a little while ago, Poch, man, I feel sorry for that guy because he's a good coach and he inherited a shit show, man. That's a horror. That was a horror story last season. Chelsea had 4 coaches last season in one season. 4.
The one thing I can't understand is that you just keep signing midfielders when it's obviously you need a striker. It makes no sense how you just keep signing midfielders.
1 billion and you ain't got a fucking striker that can score 20 goals. Not even 15. It's crazy, bro. I don't know what.
It just makes no sense because, anybody can see it. Even people on the outside can see it. That all you need is a striker that can actually score the goals. You don't need midfielders. It's great to have an awesome midfield, but you're signing so many midfielders. What the fuck is going on?
I don't know, bro. It's like American, isn't it? We only got him by default. The guy just wants to spend ridiculous amounts of money doing things his way, man. And it's all to do with everything being recyclable, man. It's crazy, bro. He signed 25 kids with the idea that 15 might work, but the other 10 could be sold on later. That's basically.
I'm thinking American owners are a waste of time. There's no point having American owners because they don't get what we're doing at all. Have I missed this? For fuck's sake, YouTube. Did you not get a notification, man? Fucking YouTube. I'm back. I've just had Ansem their horse on Facebook.
How long did you have it?
The crap. Big up, yeah. Wolfie. Yeah, big up to you as well, Tony.
Much love, sir. Much love. But yeah. How about you, though, man? How are you feeling about your game against City, man? Tell me.
I'm feeling good about it because, last time we played them at the Etihad, we got beat 6-0. So when they went 2-0 up, there was so many mistakes in the reason they went 2-0 up, but we're not going to go into that. But we didn't get beat 6-0, so it's a good scoreline. They got one man sent off. I'm not quite sure that I agree with the way he got sent off. I don't think there was any malice or anything like that in it. But if you point your hands towards somebody's throat, then
is that what happened? I missed
that. He pointed his hands towards Morgan Gibbs White's throat. To me, there was nothing really in it. I'm always going to tell it real, whether it's against our team or not. We then went 4-2-3-1, which we did in the Burnley game. And to be fair, Cooper really went for it. He was just putting attacking players on. So we really did go for it, but we just couldn't find a way through. And they found a way to play with 10 men. So, fair enough.
City are solid. They really are, man.
Yeah, I'd rather have that than like a 6-0 loss.
No, second half, you rattled them, man. I didn't catch the first half too hard, but I catched the second half a lot more. You were getting amongst them, man. They looked a bit jarred. I believe the expression would be jarred in that second half. You can take great confidence. And again, like we said earlier, that's all the hard away fixtures out of the way now, other than Liverpool. So later on, when everyone's struggling,
I've got no problem with the way that the first half of the season's gone. I said that before when the fixtures came out. I'd rather play all of you at your place at the start than at the end. And I personally think we're on to good things. I personally think we're on good things.
Top 10, mate.
Yeah,
I'll go on camera here right now. Top 10. I reckon they'll get top 10. When they start getting easier games, I still think you guys will climb up the table. Because you still made a good showing of yourself one way or the other. So you've got nothing to be horrible. Like, you've not been pied in by anyone. You've not had no 4 or 5. Nothing like that. It's just you've just been unlucky in whatever games you haven't. Look at the United game. Another day, man. You win that game. Because Man United were a bit lucky in that game.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, it is what it is. And we've got to build and get ourselves together. Pretty much same as you, to be fair. Nowadays, you shouldn't be in that situation. I mean, you spent £1 billion and you should be in a different situation. But it just is what it is in that respect. And we're just building to try and just keep staying in this league and just doing what we're doing. And I respect that.
Well, like you said, like when we get all of our players back in, basically, when's both of our teams find their rhythm with the depth they've got? Don't worry, because fitness-wise and stuff, what will be good when everyone later on in the season starts going Europe and all that kind of thing, and they start getting stretched. And with the amount of times added on in Premier League games this year, it's ridiculous, man.
Your biggest issue is up front.
Yeah.
And we don't have that issue. We don't have no problem up front. We've just got to make sure we hit the bag when we need to hit the bag. And that's what we're kind of struggling with and kind of struggling with getting together. But I think, to be quite honest, I'd rather be a Forest fan now than a Chelsea fan.
Yeah, you're not too far away from us. You're only 2 places above us. You're not too far away from us. You're 12th. We're 14th.
Yeah, but the thing is, you don't have a striker. You don't have a major striker where we have. And we can win the games that's against the teams that's not as good as us.
Yeah, that's true.
Or the other teams. You know what I mean? Whereas you don't have that striker that needs to sort of push things forward.
Nah, yeah. We can't finish our dinner, so to speak.
Tony Ibarra comment, Forest have only lost to Man City by 2 goals. Other games have been tight right down to the end. So, yeah, Forest will be tough second half of the season. Yeah, I mean, he at the end of the day, he's trying to work on this 4-2-3-1, which I have utmost respect for because he's changed it up. If a manager changes it up, I have much respect for that. And I think I'm not even lying here. I think Cooper can reach Clough standards.
That's a hard ask. That's a hard ask.
It's a major hard ask, but I've been saying it for the last few years. Maybe the last 2-3 years. But I have been saying it for the last 2 or 3 years. Yeah, I think Cooper can reach Clough standards.
Oh, Tony, get out of it. I just read that. No. Just no. Just no. I'm not going to read that out. No.
Chelsea, you coming for any jab, 45.
Your defence is in trouble.
You think you're gay. Mate, I tell you what, if you sold Eddie to Chelsea for 45 million, I can't take the piss out of Chelsea anymore for selling fucking Havertz for 65.
Yeah, I know. I'll make the fucking Mudryk deal look shrewd, wouldn't it? No, but
that will never happen.
Going back to what you just said about Steve Copper, though, like, you really think he can get you guys on that level? It's not an insult. I'm genuinely asking.
I do, honestly. Yeah, I do.
Why?
Yeah,
what do you see in him? I don't mean that. What do you see? Come on, tell me. Like, I'm interested. What do you see in him that can take you to that level?
Because
he's a good tactician. I will say that.
He has got the tactical nous. He has got the ability. You can see him on the touchline when he gets annoyed, when he sees something not going right. He's not a Clough. He's never going to be a Clough. But he has this thing about him that he can get players performing for him.
Yeah,
and I don't know. I just see something in Cooper that can actually get this moving.
No, I like him.
If he didn't have anything, then the owner wouldn't have kept him.
Well, he's doing the next logical steps, isn't he? He got you guys into the league. He held you in the league, and now he's trying to build off of it. So, in terms of logical steps, the only thing that you guys need to do is when you do get a settled Premier League side, don't do what Southampton did, flog all your players.
I don't think we'll do. I don't personally, the way I look at it now, I don't think we'll do that because I'm not seeing that. I'm not seeing us moving that way, to be honest. Drew Gunners, if Lee Gunner was on crack, he'd look like Steve Cooper. That's fair. But like I've always said, I don't give a shit what he looks like as long as he does the right thing. You know what I mean?
Sorry. Steve Cooper one got me. Oh dear. I can just imagine it now. Hi guys. Like, oh my god.
Big up Anthony. Big up man.
Oh god,
How
that
you
made me
doing, buddy?
cry. Well done. Well done, Anthony. That got whoever put that one. Well done, Drew. That got me, boy. Oh god,
Mate, at the end of the day, right? Steve Cooper is he's got to get it sorted. He's got to get it right. But I totally see him going the same way.
Yeah,
Totally.
That comment, yeah, he's doing the right things as far as I can see. He's taking it all step by step, bit by bit, and yeah, definitely, you got to go. What you can only do what you can do, and like right now, you guys are because you're only 12th anyway, so even that's an improvement on what you were last season. So yeah, man.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, you definitely got a lot more to build off this season than what you did last, 100%. And you got the, and like you said, you got the squad bulk to go with it as well. So you know, the sky's the limit, man. The only thing I would say is just like if you guys can just like stay injury free, because obviously you guys, hang on, who's would you say right now are Forest's 3 best players? Because I'm putting Callum Hudson-Odoi in one of the 3 spots.
Yeah, I would put Callum Hudson-Odoi. I would put Awoniyi as well. And to be honest, I'd put Mangala in there as well.
Yeah. That's the thing, actually. If you guys, I think if you guys get a settled team, you guys can really like hammer on. Hang on, my phone's
and that's what we want to do. We want to actually be taking you guys on, not just like sitting back and all that kind of stuff. That's not our game. It never has been. I mean, you know, we want to sort of work on the counter and stuff like that. But we want to take teams on, and that is what I think is working towards. If you watch that Forest Burnley game, and we went 4-2-3-1, and as soon as like Rodri got sent off, we went 4-2-3-1 again. We didn't do the 4-2-3-1 from the start, which I understand, because you've got to do the low block and all that kind of stuff with City. But the thing is, City just lobbed it over the top, and Kyle Walker passed it to Foden, and he just put it in the net. So, you know, you've got to do these clever things, and you've got to have a plan A and a plan B. And I think we've now got a plan A and a plan B.
That you do. Well, listen, Yeti, I'll catch you later, bro, because I'm gonna flip off now. But like you know,
no worries, my man.
Give me
I'm gonna shut it down in a minute anyway. So shout your channel out.
Oh yeah, yeah, Wolfgang, you know, the division on YouTube. I'll be having
Wolfgang division.
I'll be having my man on it for a guest tomorrow on a watch along. Hopefully, he's not forgotten that. So like you can catch him on my channel as well. I always love having Yeti around because he's always been so kind to me. So yeah, shout me out Wolfgang division and
yeah. Make sure you follow his channel. Make sure you follow Wolfgang division on YouTube. We're owning this shit. So, yeah.
sorry, one of my mates has just read the Steve Cooper comment about Lee Gunner. He's just laughed. One of my mates on my show is just that's why I'm splitting, but he's just read it and started laughing. I got one of my mates is just sitting there. I can't, what kind of he's thinking of Lee in the worst way. No, they're cool, man. It's just a joke, B. It's just a joke. But yeah, everyone, I'm gonna split. Peace out, Yeti, my brother. Tomorrow, dude.
Later, man. See you later, buddy.
Chat. Peace.
Take it easy, man. Peace. Right, okay. So Wolfgang just left. Make sure you follow his channel, Wolfgang Division. And I'm out. So take it easy. Yeti out. 2-0 to the City. But you know what? It ain't over yet. So let's see. See you all later, guys.